Hello folks, Brandon here with slingmods.com, and today we have our front fender dual color running light strips for the Can-Am Ryker. Now we're happy to introduce our LED dual color front fender running light strips for the Can-Am Ryker and Ryker Rally. These LED strips feature a split two-color layout that's been designed specifically to enhance visibility of your Ryker, so you'll clearly be seen when out on the open road. The front part of the strips feature a row of white LEDs, while the rear of the strip features a row of red LEDs. And as always, our friends over at TricFenderz LED have encased these LED strips in a patent-pending smoke flexible tubing so that the strips blend in with the black satin panels when the lighting strips are off. The installation is plug and play and utilizes an OE style connector to integrate with the accessory power port already on board. So without further ado, allow me to walk you through the installation process.
Start by cleaning the surface area of the fender with the included alcohol prep pad. Then take the primer stick and go over and thoroughly coat the entire ridge of the fender from front to back and let that dry. Now starting with the wire facing forward at the front of the fender, peel back a small portion of the protective backing tape, line it up with the edge of the fender, and press down firmly to adhere it into place. Then peel back small section of the backing tape at a time, keeping the strip nice and straight, and making sure not to pull and stretch on the protective tube. Once you get to the end of the LED strip, you will have a slight space towards the bottom rear end of the fender, but don't worry, it's not too short, that's just how it was designed. Now you can tuck the wire in between the fender gap and along the inside of the fender, zip tying it to the existing wires so that it doesn't rub against the tire. Then run the rest of the wire under your top A-arm and zip tie it to the brake line, making sure you leave adequate slack in the wire so that it doesn't get tight when you turn the handlebars all the way to the left and right. Now remove your hood and run the 12-inch extension from your engine bay down to the A-arm, plugging it into the LED strip, and be sure to secure any excess slack with one more zip tie. Next, you can plug your 24-inch extension and that 12-inch extension into the 2-into-1 splitter and begin running that up the left-hand side of the engine bay and plug in the 36-inch extension. Now open your frunk and remove these two push pins, followed by opening your fuel door and removing these other two push pins, so that you can remove this side panel. Then unplug this small wire, attach this factory OEM splitter from the kit, and plug it back into the bike. Now continue to run the 36-inch extension along the left-hand side of the engine bay and up through the opening behind the headlight, before plugging it into the factory OEM splitter we just connected. Now go ahead and test it to make sure it works, and then you can reinstall the side panel and move on to the other side. Clean the surface area with the alcohol prep pad, thoroughly coat the edge with the primer stick, attach the LED with the wiring facing forward, peeling back the protected backing tape in small portions at a time, adhering the strip to the fender. Now tuck the wiring along the inside of the fender and zip tie it to the existing wiring, keeping it away from the tire, and run the rest of the wiring along the underside of the top A-arm and zip tie it to the brake line. And be sure to double check the slack when you turn your bars left and right so that the wire doesn't pull tight. And then plug the LED into the 24-inch extension already under the hood. And be sure to zip tie any loose wires up and out of the way of any and all moving parts.
And there you have it, folks. Now you're rocking the streets with dual color front fender illumination that looks amazing and increases your likeliness of being seen. Now, if these dual color front fender lights are something you'd like for your Can-Am Ryker, then be sure to head on over to slingmods.com today and grab a set for yourself. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so I can keep you up to date on everything Ryker. I'm Brandon, signing out. Till next time.